Girivardhani Yasodhanandana Prajajanaranjana Yasodhanandana Prajajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jayarada Madhava Kunjavihari Jayarada Madhava Kunjavihari Gopijanavalava Girivardhani Gopijanavalava Girivardhani Yasodhanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yasodhanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Ittai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Ittai Gora Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariprajaka has two Tarasita. Srimad, His Divine Grace is Compound Acharya. Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariprajaka has two Tarasita. Srimad, His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananda Gudi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kurki Prem Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Gauravadan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mathura Dham Ki Navadu Mayapur Dham Ki Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Ganges Mai Ki Tulasi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda Ki Nitai Gauda Premanande. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Vishnu Hare Krishna Prithri Bhutala Shrimati Bhutala Chitra Namaste Krishna Prabhu Parashita Gaura Karana Satya Bhati Sutta Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Prayeshu Badreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevayam Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhakti Ribhavastina Ishtiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnana Jala Sarakaya Chakshurulmilitan Dena Tashmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Jena Bhutale Vayam Rupa Kadamayam Darat Kishwaparantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Uttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapakanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabham Sute Devi pranamami Hari Priyan Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhyayevacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 4, Chapter 28. Puranjana becomes a woman in the next life. Text number 15. Sitilaba Yavoyari. Sitilaba Yavoyari. Gandharvai Hirita Purusha. Gandharvai Hirita Purusha. Yavaneri Aribirajan. Yavaneri Aribirajan. Uparudho Arurudahan. Uparudhorudahan. Sitilaba Yavorarahi. Gandharvai Hirita Purusha. Yavaneri Aribirajan. Uparudho Ruhata. Mataji. Gandharvai Hirita Purusha. Yavaneri Aribirajan. Uparudhorudahan. Sitilaba Yavorarahi. Gandharvai Hirita Purusha. Yavaneri Aribirajan. Uparudhorudahan. Sitila slackened. Avayavaha, his limbs. Yari, When? Gandharvai, by the Gandharvas, Hrita, defeated. Purusha, his bodily strength. Yavanai, by the Yavanas. Aribi, by the enemies. Rajan, O King Prachina Bodhisats. Rudha, being Rudoda, cried loudly. Ha, indeed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The limbs were slackened by the Gandharvas and Yavana soldiers who had thoroughly defeated his bodily strength. When he attempted to leave the body, he was checked by his enemies. Being thus baffled in his attempt, he began to cry loudly. Please repeat. The limbs of the serpent's body were slackened by the Gandharvas and Yavana soldiers who had thoroughly defeated his bodily strength. When he attempted to leave the body, he was checked by his enemies. Being thus baffled in his attempt, he began to cry loudly. So the purpose purport. At the last stage of life, the different gates of the body are choked by the effect of disease, which are caused by an imbalance of bile, mucus, and air. Thus, the living entity cannot clearly express his difficulties. And surrounding relatives hear the sound, Gura, Gura, from a dying man. In his Mukunda Mala Stotra, King Kulatekra state, Krishna Tvadiya Padapankaja Panjarantam Adaiva Me Visato Manasa Rajahamsan Prana Prayana Samaye Kapabhata Paitain Kanta Barudana Vido Samaranam Putaste. My dear Krishna, please help me die immediately, so that the swan of my mind may be encircled by the stem of your lotus feet. Otherwise, at the time of my final breath, when my throat is choked up, how will it be possible for me to think of you? The swan takes great pleasure in diving within water and being encircled by the stem of the lotus flower. This entanglement is sporting joy. If, in our healthy condition, we think of the lotus feet of the Lord and die, it is most fortunate. In old age, at the time of death, the throat sometimes becomes choked with mucus or blocked by air. Accustomed to chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, especially when they eat. So Narada Muni continued to describe what happens at the time of death. At the time of death, which is the final exam for everyone, we know very well that examination time is a threat to students. One is fearful. Fearful, expecting what will happen. The questions are very difficult for me to answer. If I fail, what will my parent do to me? What of my friends? What about my image within the society? So this brings fear to the mind. What kind of a student will experience this situation? What kind of a student? Huh? The student who has not prepared himself or herself for the exam. Why they not prepared? Because they were playing when the teacher was teaching. They were not attentive when the teacher was teaching, they were not teaching. They were also having their own teaching in their mind. You notice many devotees have this experience. When you read, after you close the book, you don't remember anything. Why? The mind was not reading. You are just looking at the book, but the mind was very busy doing something. Therefore, the mind did not capture the topic. The issue we were reading, the mind didn't read. Therefore, as soon as you close the book, you cannot remember anything. Similarly, for a student who is not attentive in the class, is playing. Most times you see that. And devotees, they chant in the class, they discuss in the class, they sleep in the class. So, the mind, even for those who are not sleeping, the mind is fully asleep. Or the mind has convinced us that whatever he's going to say, I know everything. What will you tell me? I know everything better than you. What will you tell me? So with this kind of blockage, we'll never hear anything. Nothing. So when it is time for examination, we'll be afraid. Some will get sick. So they will not go for the exam because it is threatening. So Kulachakra Maharaj is praying to Lord Krishna, now that I am not at that stage, let me die now. This is very, very good. This is very, very good. But still there is something. Even if we die now, death is not a preparation for anything. Death is a time for examination, not a time for preparation. So if one is not prepared, even if you die now, you won't make it. So it is not about dying now or dying at the time of death. It is about preparing for the death to come. The preparation. If one is prepared, you can leave the body at any time. There's no problem. Narada Muni He was traveling and he saw 4 people. He gave them different instructions according to their nature. But the money saw a prince. A prince means sense gratifier. Very absorbed in sense gratification without preparing for the future. The money told him, my dear, don't die. Because you're not prepared. If you die now, your future is dark. Then he met a butcher. A butcher. The money said, don't die, don't leave. This is a terrible life. You should not die and you should not leave. If you die now, all the animals you have killed, see them. All are waiting for you. See, look at them. And if you leave, you continue to increase the number of these animals. So life is very, very dangerous. So for you to die is dangerous. To live, it is dangerous. Another morning saw a brahmachari who had been practicing austerity very nicely. And his austerity had given him some merit. The Ramuni said, if you like now, you can die. If you like to stay, you can stay. But if you like to die, you can die. Because if you leave the body now, you will enjoy the result of the austerity you have performed in the heavenly planet. So you can go now and enjoy if you want. He made a pure devotee. Now the Muni said, your existence is auspicious for everyone. It's auspicious. And even if you leave the body, it is still auspicious. Because you have attained the pure stage of love of Godhead. So, pure devotees' activities are eternal. Their existence is eternal. Their activities are also eternal. So he gave instruction to 4 kinds of people. Now, he said, if you like to stay, you can stay. If you want to go, you can go. This one he said, your existence is permanent. So it's according to the practice. So praying, my dear Lord, since I'm still young, my senses are still active. I can remember. We will remember only if we have practiced chanting about Krishna. And the quality of our chanting will determine where we will go. If one is chanting Namaparad or Namabas, we cannot go there. We cannot go there. Only those who are chanting Sudham, a pure name. The name is the holy name, not the alphabet. Not the alphabet. The alphabet is different from the name. That's why sometimes you see people wonder how this person is chanting 64 rounds, but his anger is terrible. Is Krishna not helping? The holy name is not working? How can this person be chanting so much like this every day, chanting 64 rounds for 50 years now? But when you look at his anger, it's terrible. What is happening? All the bad habits are not going. The bad habits are still there. Why? They are chanting alphabet, not the pure name. One cannot chant the pure name and remain the same. It is not possible. It is not possible. Haridas Thakura is Namacharya. It's experience in chanting. Right? Say, even Namabhas is superior to liberation. Huh? Very fanatical. What is this Yavana talking? Liberation, I worked so hard, but for a lot of austerity, and I'm not attained. And you're saying what? He does not know. He's a foolish boy. Namabhas is superior to liberation. What is liberation? It's punishment. Liberation is punishment. So Haridas, we cannot compare. Now my person who is chanting to that, this is punishment. Rupa Goswami, what did he say? I do not know the potency which contains in these two syllables, Krishna. I don't have a strength to explain it. What is that? That's the pure name. The pure name of Krishna has a potency to put our senses to sleep, or will engage all our senses in chanting the holy name. This is the experience of Rupa Goswami. When one chant Hare Krishna, I want to borrow more tongues to add to this one. This is holy name. This is Premna. Want to borrow tongue. Means what? One become restless in pure love of Godhead. I want to borrow more ears to add to this so that I'll be able to hear the name of Krishna. I need more ears. All my senses become inert. Means they are also chanting. You see, we're discussing how our senses does not support us because they are not tamed. Rupa Goswami has trained all the senses that all of them are chanting. So for pure devotees, one pure devotee can have a tumultuous kirtan because all the senses will be chanting but the soul. This is Prem now. This is Prem. Whenever this is done, you see the whole world will be dancing to that. That is the japa of Srila Prabhupada. He chanted his japa that the whole world is participating in it. This is pure name. There's no complaint of the senses not participating. It is all joyful. Everything will be sweet. Everything. So it is a training. It's a training that is required. For one who is trained, Kalkanapura Goswami said, for a person who is trained, is any difficulty for him to demonstrate the profession he has learned? Any difficulty? Because he knows everything. Is it difficult for a person who knows how to drive? No. A person who knows to cook, is it difficult for the person to cook? No. Similarly, for a devotee who has been trained, will be afraid of death? Dhira Maharaj was afraid of death. Dhira Maharaj was afraid to die. Prahlad Maharaj was afraid. Haridas Thakura was afraid. Haridas Thakura said, a person who is chanting the pure name is not dead for that person. The name is beyond death. There is no death for a person who is chanting the pure name of Krishna. So how would a person be afraid? Already, the person is living in Goloka. One who is chanting the pure name. Ahobata sapachatu gariyan. Shapacha had become guardian. He's worshipable. He's glorious. Why? Why? Judge by grave, Baratete Nama to Biam. Your holy name is dancing on the tongue. Prophet said, Amamrita, which you read every day, a pure devotee. He's chanting the holy name, dancing on his tongue in the street. Anywhere he goes, the holy name is dancing. Anywhere. He takes the holy name everywhere and distributes the holy name everywhere he goes. The name is dancing. What's the name to be? The name is dancing on the tongue. How will that person be afraid? That person lives eternally. There's no question of death. There's no question of fear. That doesn't exist. Because Lord Krishna is feared by fear personified. Then, how about his devotees? How about his devotees who are fully protected by Krishna himself? His preparation. Tepu tapase, juhu sasno aryan. He had become a civilized person, qualified to perform jagya anywhere. Anywhere. And it is potent. The jagya is potent. Potent. Qualified. He had become civilized. Even if it's a chandala, he had become qualified. Qualified. This is a transformation. This is the potency of the holy name of Lord Krishna. So, at the time of death, Gandharva here means death. What is the meaning Gandharva? You properly explain also here. This entanglement is supporting joy. If in our healthy condition we think of the lotus feet of the Lord and die, it is most fortunate. In old age, at the time of death, the truth sometimes becomes choked with mucus or blocked by air. Which is mentioned, who had thoroughly defeated his bodily strength, means the mucus. The mucus choked the truth. You cannot breathe properly, you cannot think properly. The only thing which one meditate upon is the pain, not Krishna, not the holy name, not devotees, not holy places, not even our favorite food. Doesn't remember. The only deity which one would remember is the pain. The pain. So how can it be possible for a person to remember Krishna? It's not possible. Difficult. At such a time, the sound vibration of Krishna, the Maha Mantra, may not come. Do not come. Therefore, we're repeating. Bhagvatam, Canto 6, Chapter 2, Text 49, Prabhupada mentioned, it's quoted. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura. Now, at this time that we still have our health, let us chant the holy name distinctly and loudly. The two things Papa said we should do. We should chant distinctly and loudly. And what will be the result? Krishna will say, this person have chanted my name. It is my duty to give him protection. That's Krishna's consideration. It does not matter who the person is. Krishna's consideration is, this person have chanted my name. The name Ajaimla chanted was not Krishna's name. It was his boy. It was his son he called. Krishna, that is my name. And Ajaimla was able to name his son Narayan because of Krishna's influence. Krishna influenced him because of the activities he has done in the past. Krishna is very, very appreciative. very appreciative. He's not ungrateful. He's a grateful personality of God, very, very grateful. This person has chanted my name, as Jamna chanted Namabas, not even Suriname, but see the result he got. Because Krishna considered, he chanted my name. It is my name he chanted. Narayan, that's my name, not his son. So, my duty is to protect those who are chanting my name. Immediately, Krishna intervened. Stop! Why are you taking him? Oh, this is one sinful man. How do you know he's a sinful man? He is living with a prostitute. What's he doing with a prostitute? See, you don't understand what is religion. You don't know what is pure love of Godhead. He chanted my name. He had been chanting my name. Although he was living with a prostitute, but he had been chanting my name. It is my name he had been chanting. Narayan, come and eat. Narayan, want to drink? Narayan, want to sleep? Narayan, come and sit on my lap. Narayan is chanting Narayan. How can you arrest that person who is chanting Narayan? You don't have power. That is the potency of the holy name. Being chanted. So, if we follow the advice to chant distinctly and loudly, we will do what? We will get Krishna's mercy, who will come to our aid and release us from the clutches of Maya. Hare Krishna. Comments or questions? Let's come here.
You told about training our mind to chant distinctly, loudly, attentively. Maharaj, by trying it, we come to a certain level of stability. But that stability doesn't remain for a long time. We again lose it. Some temptation comes or some wave comes. We again lose it. Then again we try, we get it, again we lose. So that goes on. So sometimes it feels that because more than half of the life has already passed, that will we able to come to that permanent stability? So it sometimes looks very hopeless.
Very good. Thank you. It is good to be hopeless. It is good to be hopeless. When you are hopeless, you cry. When you feel that I have everything, you will not cry. No feelings. But when you feel hopeless, you cry. Jagannath, please help me. Jagannath. Lord Jagannath, help those who feel themselves falling and have no shelter anywhere but him. Lord Jagannath will help that person. So when we feel helpless and cry to Jagannath, Jagannath does not like to see his devotee in distress. That's his nature. He will do something. He will take us. You understand? The second part of your question, if we want to be steady, do not keep anyone negatively in the mind. Don't keep anyone negatively in the mind. It is very dangerous to think bad about devotees. Very dangerous. If there is any meaning to the word danger, is to mistreat a devotee, to think bad of a devotee. One cannot change the pure name because Lord Krishna said, my devotee lives in my heart and I live in the heart of devotees. In the purport, Prabhupada said, one disturb a devotee, you are directly disturbing Krishna. So how can we get Krishna's mercy? How can we get Krishna's mercy? We have to know the science. This is the science. You see, we think favorably. Let us think favorably about devotees. If you think favorably about devotees, all our misgiving, Krishna will destroy them. So that our practice will be steady. Yesterday we mentioned the prayer, which it should be said. No, not yet. Not yet. Afternoon. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. Very powerful prayer from Dhira and Srila Rupa Goswami. No, sorry, not that. Bhakti not Thakur. Bhakti not Thakur. Srila Bhakti not Thakur. It's a song all of you know, but you don't know the meaning. So all of you sing the song. If I call the name now, all of you know it from your head, but you don't know the meaning of the song you're singing. Therefore, we don't apply them. Our chariot has given us everything, but our laziness is the problem. Laziness not because you cannot punch somebody. Laziness because you cannot scrutinize the treasure, which is given to not you. All of us have difficulty. A few years ago, ISKCON leaders, they gathered in Mayapur. And part of the exercise was to check how many Hare Krishna devotees read our scriptures. Only 2%. The whole population of Hare Krishna movement, only 2% read our scriptures. How can we be successful? When we don't know the science backing what we're doing. How can we do it nicely? Hey, the result, 2%. I don't know if it's increased now because about 4 years now. So this is the point. Srila Bhakti not Thakur saying a prayer, very powerful, which every devotee should offer. Brita Sura, 6 canto. 6 canto, yeah. No, 8 canto. 8 canto. Oh, sorry. 6 canto, chapter 11, text 24. From 24, the whole chapter is very good, very, very good. But his prayers are first slokas, 24, 25, 26, 27. Beautiful prayer a devotee should offer to Krishna from the heart with feelings. And you will see the difference. Krishna is a person. The name is a person. The name, Hare Krishna Mother, all the mantra we're chanting, they are all persons. And they know what we have in the mind, why we are calling them. And they will respond to that. They will respond according to what we have in the mind. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, you mentioned that in order to chant purely, we should not have any misgivings about anyone in our heart. It often happens in family life, we are married and the spouse is also devotee. And the nature of married life is that we displease each other and again we get back normal and we serve each other, we like and love each other. But again we intensely hate also, and this is a cycle which keeps going up and down, up and down. So is that okay? Because overall we are serving each other, but there are times when we also hate each other.
Do you know why we hate each other? Do you know the reason why we hate each other? Huh? All of you are married. Do you know why we hate each other? No. Not unfulfilled. That is secondary. Unfulfilled, that is secondary. The main thing is that we don't love each other. You- And both of us are cheaters. The husband and wife are cheaters. We don't love each other. We come together. I want to get something from you. You want to get something from me. And both of us doesn't have it. So what will happen? I'm expecting something. You are expecting something. We are coming to each other with expectation. And you don't have it. I don't have it. So what will happen at the end? We fight. You cannot fight with the person you love. Krishna Das Kaveri Goswami, he describes the word love. He described in Chita Chatamrita. When there is love, you may have so many reasons to break it, but you don't break. That is pure love. We don't have that. So, husband and wife, they are living together, they don't know each other, they don't care for each other, because it is cheating. Therefore, quarreling, fighting, and then separating. That is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Especially for Hare Krishna devotees. To separate, divorce, very, very dangerous. A devotee should not do it. Demon never divorced their wives. Can you mention one demon to me who divorced his wife? One demon. I don't know, I'm asking you, you're laughing. Just one demon who divorced his wife. But devotees, then how are we devotees? How are we devotees? One day I asked one devotee, how many rounds your wife chant? I don't know. So who should know? Me? A person you are saying what for years you don't know. Who should know? So are they friends? They're enemies. They'll fight. Enemies will fight. There is nothing which is abominable when there is love. Right? In India, if you have a child that is blind, what name do you give to him? Huh? Kamalochan, lotus eye. Right? Because you, you love the child. It's all good. But if you see another person's child that you don't like, even if it's more beautiful than a child, how do you see this ugly child? Right? So let us try to understand. Let us try to understand marriage. Marriage means that we are coming together to support each other, not to come and fight, to support each other. In our Krishna consciousness, a person who is supporting your Krishna consciousness should be loved, should be appreciated. So we should appreciate each other. And secondly, the husband and wife are Guru's property. Guru is keeping his daughter or his son with you. If someone is keeping things with you, one day he's going to ask you, is it not? Where are my things? It means the Guru is looking at how both of you deal with each other every day in the house. That will also show in your progress in Krishna consciousness. We should know this. Because we don't know this, we are acting whimsically. And the consequences is coming and nobody is happy. So that Bhakti not I complain about his wife? Did he complain? We complain. So yes, we should know what we're doing. The Guru has kept something with you. We're going to ask you for the report. You see, people make elaborate arrangement for wedding, right? Huge arrangement for wedding, which is, how many days do you do wedding? How many days, principally? Huh? 2-3 days, but marriage is every day. We forget about marriage and focus on wedding. It's wrong. That is wrong. We should do marriage. We should focus on marriage, not wedding. Marriage is exactly what tells, what determines your relationship with your marriage. What is marriage? How we live together as Guru's property. And Guru will look at each other and give us pass mark, how to make advancement in Christian consciousness. One good brother came to my spiritual master, and he gave 1008 reasons to prove to my Gurudev how his wife is very bad. On and on and on and on. The list was going. He was counting all. So Gurudev was there sitting, looking at him. So when he finished, we think, yes, I have convinced him. He's going to tell you to just kill this woman. He got opposite result. So when he finished offloading all the bad qualities of his wife, so my Gurudev asked him, the closest person to you is your wife. You cannot make her a devotee. Whom are you going to make a devotee? He put his face down. No answer. Yes. We speak philosophy, but we don't understand what we speak. God knows everything, is it not? That's what we said. God knows everything. So he doesn't know the relationship between you and your wife. He doesn't know. Huh? So if you know, why are you complaining? Work it out. Hare Krishna. Oh, sorry. Last person. Sorry, before we go. The last one.
Maharaj also mentioned Bhakti Thakur's song. You didn't mention what song.
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura. You know the song?
Yeah. In
Yes.
what context that we don't understand that? What is the context you're saying we don't understand?
The meaning you don't understand what he's singing. The prayer which he made inside. All his songs are prayers. And there he mentioned how alone I have no strength to chant the holy name of Krishna. What is that? This is humility, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught. This is humility in practice. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say we should be humble, but in practice, Bhaktivinoda Thakur taught, alone I have no strength to chant the holy name of Lord Krishna. I beg you, therefore, with a particle of little faith, please give me the treasure of the holy name of Krishna. You understand? Did you apply it? Did you pray like this every day?
I understand. Nama Sudarasa Galo Krishna Yasa.
But in practice, this is what we do. In practice, do we do like this every day? This is what we pray every day?
I hope I can.
Not hope. Hope means I'm going to do. But my question is, are we doing this? It's a song. We know, all of you know the song. Who is practicing that? He didn't sing this thing to make money. Let me write music so I can sing and make money. That is not. He did this is expression of a pure love for Krishna. He put in the book for us to follow. Every day, please go and read it carefully. And I want to see that we start practicing all these things. That we start living our life like this. And you see how our Krishna consciousness will be powerful, joyful, sweet. Yeah. We'll be greeting each other with a big smile every day, not tight face every morning, every day. Yes, we'll be greeting each other with smiling faces. That's Christian consciousness. Their face doesn't look bright because the heart is full of complaints and anxiety. But if we practice what our chariots are giving to us, we have a bright faces, bright, sweet faces. You see someone coming, be happy to see a devotee come. What's your question? Thank you for asking that. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, like you said that chanting 64 rounds every day, a devotee was doing that and was not able to purify himself. So then chanting so much that itself doesn't purify us of our offenses and bring us to Shuddhana.
The point is that we should chant nicely. We should chant nicely. We should really chant, not just the alphabet. That is the point we're making. There's nothing wrong to chant 64 rounds. 64 rounds is so small. The whole day. Nothing is wrong with that. Day and night you can chant. But if we are simply rattling, blah, 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 and the mind is not there, we are just wasting time. So the point is that people will become confused. And people who see will become confused. This person is supposed to be very advanced. He's chanting so many, but look at his anger, look at his behavior, look at his activities. It brings confusion to the mind, especially for those of us who have weak mind. You think maybe it's not working. If it's working, why this person for years is like this? Right? We want to see the difference. We can teach by word, but it's not as much as by teaching by character. Teaching by character is the best teacher, not just word. Anyone can memorize something and say. But character, you cannot fake it. That is the point we're making. We want to chant, we should chant the name purely so that we get the result. We develop pure love of Godhead. And, if one person becomes a pure devotee, you will affect the whole world with it. That is wanted. We want to see all of us becoming pure devotees of Lord Krishna. And that is the purpose Prabhupada came, to make pure devotees. So let us make him happy. Let us make Prabhupada happy by following these things diligently and become pure devotees. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagvatam ki, Hare Krishna.